quickly, Ross, the temporary restraining order involving Tennessee. Can the NCAA apply any NIL rules? What do we have? We have no stay. Do we have a stay? Does the NCAA still exist?
Well,
as of this taping?
For now, yeah, it does.
Okay.
It's 10:45, almost 10:45 a.m. in the East as we're doing this on Tuesday. So keep in mind, by the time we talk about this, a ruling could have been levied. But the hearing ended this morning in the case brought by the Tennessee and Virginia Attorneys General against the NCAA in its NIL recruiting policy. The hearing ended. Both sides gave testimony. It was about an hour-long hearing in Greenville, Tennessee. No cameras allowed. No live. I don't think any live tweeting either. It was really old school.
Take your cell phones, yeah.
So that's right. So but reports from those on the scene are that it ended without a ruling. The judge said that a ruling will come in, quote, short order, whatever that means. Just talking to lawyers and folks that have been around, they believe that a ruling would come in the next 2 to 3 days, certainly by the end of the week, maybe by the end of today, by the time you're listening to this. And it's certainly a big case, right? It's the latest lawsuit, kind of antitrust lawsuit targeting NCAA policy. It would allow, the attorney generals from Tennessee and Virginia are seeking an injunction to prohibit the NCAA from enforcing its NIL recruiting policy. So if it does get the injunction, if the injunction is granted, athletes would be able to legally receive inducements to move schools, even though probably plenty of that stuff happens now, right? It would be legal, completely legal for booster collectives to induce athletes and maybe even tamper with athletes.
Oh no!
I know, gasp. I know, but it's just it's
nobody
the latest,
was tampering with Chip Kelly, were they? There's no way he had a conversation with anybody, right? Just filled out an application.
Do I detect sarcasm in your voice, Dan?
No way. He talked to his old. Yeah, what do you have to call back to New Hampshire? Just like some intermediary, like some guy who worked at the
ZipRecruiter. No doubt about it.
Yeah, Ryan Day called the donut guy in their little town in New Hampshire they all live at. And then he's, hey, man, I talked to Chip. He's interested. Just tell Chip. Come on. All right.
Don't.
Sorry. Well, I couldn't resist.
I know. You did. I know. So we'll see what happens there. So hopefully ruling will come soon, and just another step from the courts and further basically crippling the NCAA's amateurism rules, which is why the SEC and Big Ten, right, have joined together to try to create some different model, because this model has been ruled time and time again by the courts to be illegal. Whether you agree with it or not, that's what the courts say.
Federal lawsuit could end up in the Supreme Court. They told them don't come back. So, yeah, see where this is headed. Other than that, not a big story. Just the entire. Glad we put it forth.
I did hear some armchair lawyering speculation that it might be a hard injunction to get because the NCAA still hasn't formally charged Tennessee. So, if they haven't even been charged, can you enjoin them to stop doing what they're doing?
That's true. They don't know what they're upset about. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And so there's this stalemate. Does the NCAA, if you make the charge, you're going to get swatted in court. But if you don't make the charge, you don't get swatted. So what, do we all just sit here in gridlock or what?
They're good at 5-year investigations. Are you kidding me? 7 years. Just keep getting the checks.
The most entertaining part of all of this, this case specifically, has been Tom Mars's Twitter.
Oh, yeah, he's fired up.
The latest is he had someone, I guess, maybe in the courtroom, and said that the NCAA brought 13 lawyers to the hearing. 13 lawyers to the hour-long hearing.
Deep bench. One thing about the old school court reporting, I'll just tell the story. I will not embarrass this college football writer by naming him or her, but it was a him. A woman would not be so foolish. We're covering the Jerry Sandusky trial in Penn State, and this guy comes and after the first session, there's no cameras in there. There's no recording device. You don't get. I think they took our cell phones or whatever. And he goes when's the quote sheet come out?
ASAP Sports on it.
Yeah. And now there are transcripts. They come out like maybe that night, if not later, right? I'm like, my man, gotta write down what they saying, and you can't interrupt the testimony and go, could you repeat that a little louder?
The box score will be right up, too, by the way. Box score coming.
The judge does not care at all. There's no SID going to be like running interference for you. You have to sit there and write it down really quick, as accurately as possible, and hope you get it.
What a concept. Take notes.
Where's the quote sheet? I'm like,
that is hilarious.
Okay, not that.